Are your thoughts ruining your booty? Jay talks sculpting your bum using cells, emotions, and shapewear in this video.
So you can have practically whatever shape booty you want, right? You can have a perfectly round bubble butt. You could have a heart-shaped butt. You could have whatever, and it could be like firm and supple with like just the right amount of jiggle, or it could be like crazy off the wall twerk. It could be like totally smooth and cellulite free, whatever you want. But first you have to believe it. Like, I say this stuff and I know in someone's head, a million things go off. No way, not for me, not in my family. I've never had that. I'll never have that. I can't have that. That's for other women. That's not for me. My genetics don't allow that. My body frame doesn't allow that. My shape, it's unreal. But why not just believe it? Why not just be like, you know what? Maybe. You don't even have to believe it. Just give it like a chance. Maybe what he's saying is right. I mean, it's a big, complicated world. There's all sorts of amazing things happening all the time. Miracles in the paper and stuff. Like, maybe it's possible. Maybe there's some new genetics at play, epigenetics or nutrigenetics or whatever. Maybe I can have the butt I want, right? So this is the starting place. The starting place is always belief. Belief. The most powerful force on the planet. People's beliefs start wars, set up marriages, start families, empires, everything. So my question is, do you believe you can have whatever shape bum you want? Good. Since you believe you can have it, then the next step is to start progressing towards it. And to progress towards it, you need to leverage the power of your mind and your beliefs to give as many positive thoughts to your booty as possible. And I know if we could get a little meter in there and measure every single thought you have about your booty or even your body, like, they'd be mostly negative. Like, you're not over the moon with them, or you'll avoid thinking about your booty, right? Which is fine. Any topic you're negative on, it's good to avoid thinking about for a while. It's good to take a break from it, but you can't avoid it forever. And so if we go talk about the topic, are your thoughts gonna be sky high positive about your booty? Or are they gonna be like, And I know what would happen if we measure it. So it's always tempting to defend. Well, they're not that bad, right? Everyone wants to say this, but if I could get a meter to measure it, there's no arguing. There's no, well, it wasn't that bad. No, it's here. That's it. But I can't. So it's up to you to be honest with yourself. We have 60,000 thoughts a day. How many of them are celebrating your booty, right? And it's okay. It's okay. Like, of course you're negative. Of course it's like that. It's not your fault. You were like teased as a child and you were raised in a weird way and your relationships treated you awkwardly and criticism came your way. And so of course you've developed negative thinking about this, right? But hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. You can understand that the women that you look up to and that you want to be like, and the booties that you are idolizing, they don't think this way. And they haven't for a long time, for years, for decades, they've celebrated their booty. And it started younger. And you might be like, well, they've never been as fat as I am or whatever, but it doesn't matter. You're missing the point. They are doing step one, the most important foundation, which is celebrating and thinking positive things about their booty. So for you, step one is to be like, well, my booty helps me lift things. It's a very strong muscle. I use it to get around. It has a lot of mobility. It helps me get from here to there. I'm glad it's not a flat booty. Or maybe, or if you have a flat booty, then you're like, I'm glad I'm not super overweight, right? Like, just anything positive you can come up with, because our thoughts determine our reality. Our mind creates our attitude. You will be optimistic and inspired and psyched to change your booty and get this transformation if you think more positive thoughts. Or you'll be done with it. You'll be like, fuck this, forget it, I'm done with this. If you think negative thoughts, the thoughts is what sparks you on to the transformation. So if you agree to think slightly more positive thoughts, we can move on to the other tips. Fair? The next tip I also referenced it in the Shrink My Waist video, is squats, high intensity breathing squats. I won't go on about it as long here. If you want to dig in more into it, you can check out the waist training video. But high intensity breathing squats are a full body exercise that engage like all trillions of your cells. And they're used by Khloe Kardashian and Revenge Body, and they're used by all the waist shrinking programs and the glute growing programs. They're universal for a reason. This is no joke. There's a reason every culture on the planet uses squats to build the booty. So probably no point arguing with it. At least give it a shot. That said, squats are not for everyone, and there are other ways to build a booty. I just find like 15 minutes of squats twice a week. If you do them right, if you're like gasping for breath at the end, if you put in the heart, is more than enough to get you on your way. So yeah, if you aren't big on squats for whatever reason, another great exercises is back bridges, but even half bridges or just like pelvic thrusts. And so you would lay on the ground, and you would sort of like put your feet on the ground and push up, so your butt would sort of elevate off the ground. And as your pelvis thrusts up into the air, you really squeeze the glutes, right? Like tighten them. And this is something we don't really do as humans too often. Like our bodies can do it, but I don't know like what normal everyday occasion you would need that too often, right? I mean, sex, I guess. But if you add it to your routine, if you prioritize it, and if you feel good when you do it, like, that's a good burn in my glutes, I like that feeling, you'll associate that good feeling with it, and you'll keep doing the exercise, and it will give you pretty huge results. It will make your butt firmer and rounder. And the exercise itself doesn't guarantee a certain shape. It's sort of like you do that exercise, it awakens all the cells in your glutes, and they suddenly are full of energy and blood and endorphins and chemistry, and they're ready to turn into whatever shape you want, because your body will cooperate with you. It loves you. It wants to help you. If you want to pick up a drink, it will help you pick up a drink. If you want to go outside, it will help you go outside. And if you want a certain shape, it will help you get that shape. You just have to like engage the cells. So the squats or the bridges or the thrusts, they don't guarantee a bubble butt shape or whatever. They will help you get whatever shape you're envisioning. A big part of transforming your booty is to have booty inspiration all around you. In your phone, in your feed, it's full of booty inspiration. On your walls, booty inspiration. And most people don't do this. They won't print something out or cut something out and put a poster on their wall. But a physical image of something that you want, super powerful. And if you don't do this, if you're too lazy or like, I don't believe it doesn't help, whatever, then you'll skip it, right? Like if you keep meaning to get something at the store and you don't put it on your list, you're gonna miss it. If you keep meaning to schedule that meeting and you don't schedule it, you'll miss it. And if you don't put something in your environment for booty inspiration, you won't get it. I mean, it's possible. People have done it without booty inspiration, but I'm telling you, it's way easier with it. And if you have that booty inspiration, then when you do the exercises, your cells will gravitate towards that shape. Heart shape, bubble shape, whatever. So the next tip is kind of related to booty inspiration, and it's visualization. Einstein says imagination is way more powerful than knowledge. And he knows, man's right. And if you can imagine yourself walking down the beach with the booty that you want, with people looking on, and like your partner taking photos or hugging you and running his hands across it, or her hands, or what, non-binary, whatever. If you can envision this, right, and really feel it, if you can feel like your hips sway and the jiggle of the glutes and the bounce, like exactly how much you want, a little or a lot, if you can really get lost in the details and bring it to life, it will subconsciously train your cells to make you get that. You'll find yourself going for random walks and stuff, and you'll think you're just, I'm just walking to the store. I decided not to take the bus today, or decided not to Uber it. But like, you don't know, but it came from that visualization. Like, or you'll push extra hard on the squats or the bridges or something. Like, man, I really hit it hard today. And you won't put it together, but it was from the visualization earlier, right? There's not a lot of studies done that like show the exact, they visualize this, they got this. They visualize this, they got this. And so no one believes it, but if you try it, you'll see results. You'll get what I'm talking about. And if you don't try it, that's on you. I get it. Lots of people are like, meh, I can't be bothered. It's cool. But I'm trying to help you get the booty you want. And proper visualization with feeling and emotion and detail and specifics and juice, and you're feeling positive, you're feeling good about it, and you get out of that daydream and you're like, oh my God, that was the best thing I've ever thought in life. You watch, you'll get results. It'll make your exercise better, your diet better, your transformation better, your cells better, your metabolism better. It will affect all the chemistry in your body. Is shapewear. I kind of touched on this in waist training, like corsets and stuff for your waist, but there's Spanx and other shapewear. Kim Kardashian has a whole new line of shapewear for your booty. And when I was younger, I was not big on this. I thought it was like a crutch and a cop out and like, come on, you're just trying to trick people, whatever. But as I grew older, I'm like, well, it's just like makeup, right? You're decorating yourself to look a certain way. That's all good. And then as I grew older, I realized even deeper that what it does is it sends a subconscious signal to your body of like how its silhouette should be, how you would like it to be, how you would prefer it to be. And when you have that strong, clear desire, and you're like, look, I'm just going to do it with technology. I'm going to do it with apparel for now. But body, if you could be this way without the apparel, I would love it. It sends like a new vibe to all your cells, a new instruction. And it's a very clear message because you're sort of putting it into reality right now. And it's also kind of a crutch. Like you get to look a little better in the meantime. You get that better silhouette in the meantime. And it feels good. And anything that feels good is going to help you. Like your feelings and your emotions are a guide. They are so smart and so intuitive. Your cells know what is up. And if they guide you towards shapewear, go for it. But personally, if I was a woman and I was envisioning a new booty, I would be envisioning it without shapewear. Like it would be so good, wouldn't need shapewear. But I would be also okay with shapewear as a step to manifesting that, creating that, bringing that to life. So it's really up to you, right? Some people feel like shapewear is the only way and it's a crutch and they have to use it and they have to rely on it and they can't go anywhere without it. But other people feel like it's just helping me along my journey and soon I won't need it, if that makes sense. So food, such a touchy subject, but it's super important for getting the body shape you want. On the one hand, I believe that there are plenty of people on the planet that have gotten crazy, awesome body shapes with really weird diets. They exist. You can look them up. You can find them. So I guess food doesn't really matter. But most people in their head, almost everyone, has an idea that food affects their body shape. They believe that. And it's really hard to talk them out of it. I think it might be like in our DNA from like generations. We all believe this. If you believe that food affects your body shape, that means you're gonna probably have to adjust your food intake to get the booty you want. But it's not that bad. Like if you get in tune with your emotions and in tune with your body and listen to your cells, they will tell you what to eat and when. But you'll have to break society's rules. Your cells might tell you, fast today. Then you have to fast today. They might tell you, like, just eat one meal a day for the next week. Okay, your cells told you one meal a day for the next week. They might tell you, pig out. You gotta trust it. But the thing is, knowing if it's a signal from your cells or from some weird psychological issue you had as a kid. Are you stress eating? Are you binge eating? Are you relationship eating? Are you addiction eating? Like none of those are signals from your cells. Those are you messed up and overriding your cells and you get bad results from it. So like finding an aligned food style that suits you and that helps you and that uplifts you and that elevates you and one that feels great to your booty is really important. And it's a big, deep topic I can't really get into here. I covered it significantly more in depth in the waist training video. I don't know if we can link it or in the description below. But but it's really important to getting the booty you want. Certain foods are famous for getting rid of cellulite. Certain foods are famous for building smoother skin and stronger glutes. And so you can explore those if you want, or you can live on like the world's strongest man diet, like a dozen eggs and a pack of bacon. But either way, you got to find out what works for you. I feel like I've been rambling a long time, and although I love a nice ass, I gotta wrap it up. If you want to know more about this topic, join my exclusive underground community for rebels. Link in the description below. And right now I'm about to hit them squats hard, yo.